All right, folks, how you doing tonight? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to make an awesome pan of peanut butter brownies. Can't wait. All right, so we're going to use our KitchenAid with the paddle. We are going to start with 1 pound rather, meaning 2 packed cups full of brown sugar. Now, I like to use dark brown sugar. That's just me. Use this one here. It's a bit easier. Well, it's richer, you know, and
I guess so cooking or whatever you're making a little bit of a darker color, which makes it look more pleasing aesthetically.
Heck yeah! All right, here's one. It is important to pack it down if you want a real true measure. Otherwise, you can use a scale and, weigh it, which is actually the best way to do it. But for the camera and for the folks at home, I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way here. Okay, so there's 2 cups, and it's a little shy, so I'm just going to...
2 cups in a pinch?
Yeah, well, I'm going to just take that little extra.
I know.
Pop that in there, because that's the shy that I had before. Okay, so now I want 2 cups of granulated sugar, which is another pound. All right, there's that. Now we want to do a full pound of butter.
So a pound, a pound, and a pound.
Yes.
Okay.
Pound of this, pound of that, pound of the other. Kind of like making cookies.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of recipes, a lot of cookie recipes are, equal parts this and that with a ratio to the other. So, when you really understand the mathematics and the chemistry behind baking and the different recipes, that's when you can really just make your own recipes because you understand the components of how things work, so you can just create your own whatever it is you want. Yeah, that's what that's what it's all about in the end, really.
Okay.
Let me grab a rag here. Un momento. All right. Always want to have a nice wet rag. Okay. So now, last but not least, we're going to add some peanut butter. And I've got a full 18-ounce, 1 pound, 2 ounces. Okay.
That's 18 ounces.
Pints a pound, so that's 2 cups. So, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of butter, 2 cups of peanut butter. And basically, that's our recipe. And then we just got to put eggs in it and tighten it up. So, before we start adding the smooth peanut butter, I want to break down the butter into the sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mixing before I start adding the butter. And once it all becomes smooth, or at least mostly smooth, then I can start adding that peanut butter, and then I'll add some eggs. Just add that, mix that nice and slow. Cream it up a little bit.
Nice.
You can add a touch of vanilla at this point. There we go. We love the vanilla, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You open the cap and you're just like,
yummy. See that tighten right up like that?
Yeah.
Now, once the bottom, springs free from the bowl, then you know that the sugar is pretty much incorporated into the butter. So you don't want to have a packed sugar patch in the bottom, so to speak. So that's all. Once all that's moving around, then you know the butter's made its way down there. Alright, so let's just hit that right there real quick. And keep that sucker going.
And folks at home with a stand mixer, I know we've said this before, please be careful if you're scraping with the paddle running.
Yeah,
that thing's very strong.
I'm absolutely cheating, but like I said, I've been doing this for 35 years, so I'm not to date myself or anything, but okay. Anyway, we want to add some peanut butter now. And I'm just going to go ahead and start adding it a bit at a time. See, by doing a little at a time, it kind of mixes in as it goes. More gradual, you know, other than just dropping a big plop in.
Sure. Our bakers at home, they might wonder, could they use crunchy peanut butter for this instead of bacon?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Not going to change the recipe that much?
Yeah, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It'd be delicious. Add a little extra texture, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Alright. I got that pretty much cleaned out.
With me, I'm not partial to either. I like both.
Yeah. I like both as well. I grew up on crunchy. I eat a lot of creamy now. Okay, look how smooth that is now. Okay, at this point we're ready for some eggs. And I've got my handy dandy cup here.
Well, means.
Okay. We're going to use 4 eggs here. There's one. Two. Those are mixing in very fast. Let's just jump ahead right here and do them both. Alright, see those yolks are starting to break down. So might as well add those last 2.
Okay. And that egg trick not only works for baking, it also works for cooking too. Because
oh heck yeah, especially like over easies or whatever. Oh yeah.
Because I've made meatloafs before, and the eggshell gets in there, and I'm like, oh, now I gotta take an eggshell and try to scoop it out.
Oh, nothing worse.
It's a mess.
Yep.
That's absolutely a lot easier to deal with.
Yep. You know, one thing I don't do too many different things where I'm separating the eggs, but one thing that you can do is if you're separating eggs and you accidentally get a little bit of yolk in your egg whites, you can use the shell to scoop that little bit of yolk
just like
out.
An eggshell piece gets lost in there.
It's a lot easier than using like a spoon or something else or try to pull it out. You can't do it. You got to use a shell, and the shell will actually make it happen for you.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's interesting, huh? All right. Look how smooth that is now. It's egg is just working its way down to the bottom.
Let me get a shot of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Folks at home, see, that's a consistency that you do want. See?
It's like something you'd put on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right there.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, I'm going to get down to the bottom just to be sure that we are completely smooth all the way down through. And it definitely does feel like I am. And, okay. No chunks on the spatula, so yeah, I'm looking good here.
It looks well incorporated.
Back in. What's that?
Looks very well incorporated.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I've kept it on low speed and just been patient with it. You know.
Patience.
Yeah. Well, then that's how things. What you want is for it to be smooth at the end. It's not about the speed or how fast you do it.
Right.
You want it to be completely smooth. So, all right. What's next? Now, we've got our eggs. We've got our vanilla. All we really need now is flour and oats. To tighten this guy up.
Okay.